ego comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. I hope you're having a good day. It's Tuesday. Let's not forget it's Tuesday. It is not Monday. It is Tuesday. I'm not doing much on sharing here, so I don't know who that is. Just remembering things I need to do. The things you need to do. Like walking in the snow and there's nowhere to go. There's a part of you that's dying. All right. See if anybody shows up. I'm glad we don't do things on popularity yet, because, man, popularity has become the new credit score. It's how you're determined. Yeah. You know what I do? Like, if I'm going to, if it says to follow someone, I look to see how many people they're following. And if they're following no one, I will not follow you. Nope, I will not follow you. Because what are you saying? You're saying you're the Alpha Omega. And no, you're not. What you're saying is, everyone can follow me, but I follow no one. So in other words, you're not going to do what you're asking other people to do. Oh no. Okay. Welcome, Daily Trudge. I'm in a mood. Not a bad mood. I'm in a good mood. But I'm in kind of mood where I could see things pretty clearly today. So if you're here, please say hello whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Still don't know if chat is working. Hopefully it is. No, chat is not working, whether it is or not. So, needs and wants. Because there's a lot of things. You know, I think the best place to start with this would be in the beginning of my sobriety. Because, and I had a great sponsor. Let me put that differently. I had a patient sponsor because I know that I had a hard time focusing. Sorry, squeaky toys. Those always throw me off. Okay. Hopefully there's no more. When I see things clearly, I'm also pretty distracted, so I have to stay focused today. Stay focused, stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. But I would come up with a lot of ideas. All right. And it always, I want to, what if we did this? What if we did that? And he would say, Dion, no. God would tell me, no, Dion. In the beginning, there was a lot of no's because at the moment I needed to figure out what I needed, not what I wanted. And what I needed was a spiritual life. Give me 1 second. All right. I cannot handle this squeak. So I said, please. Actually, I don't know why when I ask somebody to do something, my voice goes so deep. Because it came out as, can you stop the, see how it's different? Stop the squeaking, please. See, my tone. I got to watch that. I may owe an amends because of that. Okay. Okay, man. Sometimes it's how you say things. It really is. And I just noticed that. I did not mean to do it. See? So easy it is to demand of things. Now, was that a need or a want? It was a want. That was a want. Did I need it to stop happening? In a sense, because I find it distracting, but is that their problem? Not really. I love it when examples come up while I'm doing this. It doesn't bother me. I don't mind being wrong because when I'm wrong, it makes me right. So great. So I have to figure things out, man. I'm wrong. So what? Oh, actually, I shouldn't be that lackadaisical about it because if you hurt somebody else's feelings, then so what? That's no good. So, there's a lot of needs and wants, and what we think we might need is not necessarily a need, but a want. Happiness, want or need, want. It's a want. I want to be happy. You don't need to be happy in order to survive in this world. Apple. Oh, now I know why they're squeaking and okay, because my niece is here with her dog. That's why they're squeaking going on. Okay, because my niece is here. Yay! Yay! Yesterday my grandkids. Today my favorite niece. I'm a pretty lucky guy, man. All right. It was cool because I was just sitting there. It was me and four beautiful blondes sitting there, all of them related to me, just sitting there having fun. We weren't doing anything. We were just hanging out. The kids could have gone and jumped on the trampoline. They didn't want to. They wanted to just hang out with Grandpa. That was nice, man. Need or want? Was that a need or a want? Oh no, I kind of feel like that's a need. We've been talking a lot about wants. What are needs? What are needs? Everybody needs to feel wanted, needed, and loved. That I feel that way. That's how I feel. Okay. Everybody deserves to feel wanted and needed and loved. Okay. To feel a part of something. I feel like that's a need. I feel like that's a need. For alcoholics, that is a need. We need to put ourselves in the middle of the herd. Okay. We do not need a new relationship. We do not need a new job. We do not need to move. In fact, they say in the first year that you should not have any major changes. No major changes. No. Nuni. Okay. There is no reading to this, by the way, because all the readings were about loneliness. Well, the other one was about history stuff that I just didn't feel like covering today. You know, today I'm thinking a lot about equality and what is equal for everybody and what is the right thing to do and um, you know, I have information. Here's the question. do I not say anything because there is a part of me that wants revenge. I'm just going to be honest. This is why I'm having a hard time. There's a part of me that wants revenge, but something needs to be said, or these people will continue on. To me, I watch a lot of Law and Order, so there's a bad example, but it's kind of like sexual abuse. It needs to be reported, or this person is going to do it again. It's hard, it's scary, and there's no one backing me up because it's scary. Okay. Actually, there is somebody backing me up. Okay. It's the only thing that I actually need in order to get it done, but I need to divide that. Okay, I can't do it out of revenge. So what does that mean? That means number one, if I'm going to do any writing, I'm going to do it in Word first. Okay, if you're ever going to write an email that's tumultuous or anything, always put it in Word first. Think about it for 24 hours first. Okay, I've already been thinking about this, but what are some other needs and wants? Well, in the beginning, we're going to feel like we need a lot of things, and it's going to differ for every single person. But what are some things in the beginning that you are going to need? Water, a lot of water. Sugar, you're going to need sugar, or at least fruit, a lot of fruit with sugar in it. Okay, that's going to help your body start to stabilize, because you're not just withdrawing from alcohol, you're withdrawing from sugar, which is just as uncomfortable. Believe it or not, withdrawing from sugar is pretty darn uncomfortable. I'm not going to compare it to anything, though. No, that wouldn't be fair. Okay. But in a sense, it is a drug. Okay. What are some other things that you're probably going to need? Support. Support. Okay. Support can come on in a lot of different ways. A lot of different ways. Support can come from family. Maybe you have some friends that said, I love you, but your drinking is out of control. These are the people that love you. Maybe they don't quite understand, but that's okay, because these people will probably change. And they'll change because they want you in their life. Pretty cool. Huh? Why do you think they gave a fuck about you in the first place? Yeah. Right. What are some other good ones? Well, there's 12-step groups. Okay. You can find yourself a good peer support specialist or recovery coach. Yeah. There's some really good recovery coaches out there. Okay. I'm more than happy to send you their way. Okay. But when it comes to some of this, do your research. Therapy, another good support system. But usually groups of people tend to be the best support system, right? If you're alcoholic, there's several different ways. There's AA, there's Celebrate Recovery, there's Smart Recovery, there's Wellbriety, there's Dharma. There's a lot of different ones. Okay. So depending on your need, there you go, right? Just a heads up, I'm not sure if chat's working or not. So a support system is something that you're going to need in the beginning. What else are you going to need? You're going to need to acquire some skills. Number one, delayed gratification. Let go and let God. You need to understand delayed gratification. It means I'm not going to get it right now, and I'm okay with that. Replace it with something that you find just as important. That'll trick your mind. That'll trick your mind into something else. It will. I know. Because I do it. I do it. Okay. What are some of the things that we think we need but are actually wants? usually something materialistic. You know what? I just figured out a place in the big book that I can read from. Being working with others. Page 98. It is not a matter of giving that is in question, but when and how to give. That often makes a difference between failure and success. The minute we put our work on a service plane, the alcoholic commences to rely upon our assistance rather than upon God. He clamors for this or that, claiming he cannot master alcohol until his material needs are cared for. Nonsense. Some of us have taken very hard knocks to learn this truth. Job or no job, wife or no wife, we simply do not stop drinking so long as we place dependence upon other people ahead of dependence upon God. Burn the idea into the consciousness of every man that he can get well regardless of anyone. The only condition is that he trusts in God and clean house. Okay. Now you're not going to get around this with me. I may feel bad for you for a second, but you know, the first time I got sober, I lived on Skid Row and I didn't have shit, and I got sober. So I don't want to hear it. I literally don't want to hear it. I ate beans. We ate fucking pinto beans every meal. That includes breakfast. We went without a lot of times. We sacrificed everything for the good of one thing. And that was to keep the doors open. And it worked. It worked. It's exactly how I lived my life. Okay? All my needs and most of my wants are taken care of. Why is that? Because my wants have become different. The things that I want now happen to be in line with God's will for the most part, unless it's something like a PlayStation 5. That isn't really God's will. But he gave me one anyway. He gave me one anyway. Okay? I don't know how this stuff happens. It just does. I don't need to know. I'm not God. That's not my job. That's what's great. I don't have to handle that part. We really get the good end of this deal, man. We do. If you're an alcoholic who has figured out the fact that this life or that drinking life is no longer the way, and you want to fully recover, you can live a much, much different life. Right? My grandkids asked me yesterday, what work do you do? And I had to explain that I don't work and what it is that I do. Okay? They don't quite get it yet, but they'll understand. Okay? At one point, my daughter asked me, she said, because we were talking about work, and I'm like, I haven't worked in forever. And my daughter, she said, Dad, how did this happen? And I told her, God. She said, how did you and Shannon get to this place? We helped a lot of people. We sacrificed. We sacrificed. We gave up. I gave up hopes and dreams. I had a lot of things set up in Aurora, and I shut it all down to come here. Okay? Because my wife asked me to, and it was my turn to sacrifice. It was my turn. She had done enough. It was my turn to say, okay, it's Dion's turn to take the hit. And it's not even really a hit. Okay. And it turned into something. I got one of the greatest gifts in the whole fucking world. I got my family back. Club is going. I help people out. I feel grateful, and there's nobody even here listening to me right now. I know that this video will help somebody eventually, so that's why I'm okay with it. And there's probably somebody here, who knows? Well, God is. Hey, God, how you doing, man? Thanks for being here. God, you got any questions for me? You want to put anything in chat, God? All right. All right. So we're going to end with a Rolling Stones song. You don't always get what you want. I said, you don't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Oh, yeah. I love you. Peace out. And